The great thing about being a middle school counselor is we get to explore with them all of those options to kind of figure out what are you passionate about? What do you want to do with your life? What do you see yourself doing? What do you really love right now?
I really encourage kids, if they have an interest, a passion, seek someone out in that profession, interview them, ask them what it's really like. Sometimes your vision or fantasy of what a job is doesn't necessarily match the day-to-day.
I have friends in Eastern and Wazoo who come down and want to talk to the kids so they can start getting a wide brand of, what are some experiences like for other people and where did their career path look. So hopefully they can start seeing themselves in other people's shoes.
We just started introducing many high school credited courses at the middle level. So we have Spanish 1, Spanish 2, French 1, French 2, algebra, and geometry.
Anything advanced placement is something that I would want kids to at least try. Because if you can get a B in an AP course, that means you can most likely handle that type of environment and that type of workload. That way when they get to college, it won't be anything new.
We really encourage kids to get involved in an activity, an organization, a sport.
What are you doing to better yourself outside of school? Are you developing yourself as a person, not just, just your grades? Because grades only say one thing, that you do well in class, but what about outside of class?
There's a lot of research that supports being an activity, and team sports especially. It promotes a higher GPA. Kids tend to graduate on time and pursue college at a higher rate.
So if they're getting, pushed here and then I get pushed at home too, they're losing out on that side. But if you start to deliver positivity consistently, both through administration, teachers, faculty, and the parents, like, okay, you can do this, and they hear it consistently through adults, then that belief becomes a permanent reality.
When it's an everyday conversation that parents are having with their kids, the kids are like, oh, okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing after high school. I'm going to college, or I'm going to a technical school, or I'm going into the military, or I'm going to a two-year community college, and then I'm going to go to a 4-year.
So some parents maybe feel this is a time to let go and kind of just let their children find their way. But I really think in middle school, it's a time where they need to stay just as involved as ever to kind of help them along the way.
When I'm talking to kids about why try? Why should you try in school? Why does it really matter? Or why should I look at something beyond high school? High school is enough. Well, if you kind of look at what the income potential is,
essentially college graduates can make up to twice as much as someone that doesn't continue their education. But what I tell kids is it's really about opportunity. The more education you have post-high school, the more options you have, and the higher likelihood that you can do something that you love, that you have a passion for. We want students to graduate with options and opportunities, and to be prepared to attend a technical, a 2-year or a 4-year program. We're not saying you have to do that, but we're saying we're going to prepare you so that that's an option for you.